What's up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Going to be talking about on the casting couch at TGB Supplements about marijuana and bodybuilding. So, again, marijuana is more of a recreational drug. Again, it has caught a lot of traction in the United States, pushing for the legalization. Personally, don't really know why it's illegal, other than, again, to put people in jail, but again, I'm not going to really go into the political aspects of that. I'll just talk about marijuana and bodybuilding. So, what would be the benefits of using marijuana if you're a bodybuilder living the lifestyle? Also, what would be some of the side effects?
I mean, the thing that I noticed was if...
So you use a pre-workout?
Yeah, pre-workout. I noticed with a pre-workout, sometimes my blood pressure, it would drop fairly low, so I'd have to get going. Another thing would be you have to get in there and get moving, or you just kind of like whatever.
So
you
this
lose
is
your motivation.
Trevor's quote: "Best pre-workout."
Yeah. If, like Ben said, there was times when we were training together that we would smoke or vape on the way. I prefer to vape than smoke. That way your lungs don't feel as hit.
Carcinogens.
Yeah, and so we would vape, on the way to the gym, and if we could get in there and get straight to training, great workout. You're in the zone, way more focused than you normally are.
Music and everything.
The music, less pain. You have a higher pain tolerance. Like I could definitely push, because you don't even realize it's burning until 3 or 4 reps after when it normally starts to burn, and you're just so tuned out. And you feel the contraction of the muscle better. I mean, if you're into it, if you love the bodybuild, you will have a much better workout if you are focused on that. But if somebody distracts you, it can ruin seriously ruin the workout. And that happens a lot, especially with us, having a supplement store locally. We go to the gym, people come up and talk to us. Sometimes, that can just crush you. Seriously, just ruin your workout.
I noticed pretty pronounced vascularity increase as well. Provides a real good vasodilation effect. Yeah.
At first it does. I think you'll start to constrict, as they start to come down. But when it first kicks in and you kind of feel like that relaxing effect hit, it feels like it just opens you up a little bit.
I never heard of that.
Yeah. I think it can do both, because it actually is a stimulant and it's a relaxant, so it can do both. And it may depend on the type of weed, the way you feel, the way you handle it. Each person may be different. Right. But I've had times where I've smoked weed and it makes me real relaxed, and there's been other times I get uptight and anxious and tense, and it just depends on the strain and maybe your mood at the time. But I've had that feeling too, where it definitely gives you a better pump. But I've also had the opposite effect, so I think that might be a little hit or miss. Overall, I like it to help relax, because I'm under a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. It's the one thing that I don't feel guilty about feeling good, being a previous drug addict, I don't want to do any drugs. I don't consider marijuana a drug. I consider it a plant. I don't drink. I don't drink any alcohol. I'd much rather.
Some people drink to get their fix.
Yeah, see, that's way worse.
That is
way worse.
1,000 times worse.
I agree. So I don't drink at all.
It leads you down a terrible road.
Exactly. And you just feel like shit. It just makes you feel bad, dehydrates you. It actually hurts protein synthesis. If you're a bodybuilder, it's all bad, because your liver, you only have
your
one.
liver is just being triple taxed. Yeah.
People don't realize how high their liver enzymes are after they drink. If you were to get a blood test, after a night of hardcore drinking, your liver enzymes are off the charts, and you don't realize it, because you don't ever do that. You don't go get wasted to get a blood test.
Yeah. You're not worried about health.
Yeah. So marijuana, I think, helps with sleep. It helps with relaxing, and it can help with lowering your cortisol.
Yeah, my friend wears a Fitbit, and he actually did a test where he did no marijuana, and he had way deeper REM sleep with the marijuana in there than without it.
It'll put you to sleep for sure. Right. We went to Colorado, and we were researching.
Wrecked.
Oh, smoked so much weed, ate so many orals. They have all those edibles out there, and that's another thing. Edibles are a lot different from smoking it. You can get much higher from edibles, so you have to be careful, because if you eat too much, it's a very bad experience. I mean, I've done it. I was curled up in a ball for about 8 hours, burping up marijuana, and it doesn't hit you right away. So like I watched the whole movie and I didn't get hit until afterwards. I stood up and I was like, whoa, I'm feeling it, you know. And then it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. My eyes looked like they were bleeding. They were so red, and I just felt horrible. But I knew that it was marijuana and nothing bad was going to happen. And if I would have went to the hospital, they couldn't do anything for me besides maybe a Valium or something like that. So I just waited it out, and I was fine.
You didn't OD and you didn't die.
You can't OD, you know. You might feel uncomfortable if you do too much, but you're not gonna die. You know, it's very, very mild. So, you know, just be careful if you do edibles, and it takes time to kick in. It depends on how much is in your stomach. I've never actually done edibles and worked out. So
I feel like that would be pretty risky.
Probably would, because you push it through your body faster. It would probably definitely be a different effect. It feels different too. It's more like a body effect. But
Could marijuana hurt natural bodybuilders? Again, there's some studies showing it lowers test and raises estrogen.
I think that's true, and it does. But I did. I used to do it before I ever did anything.
And you never had any issues?
Never had no problems. But then again, my test wasn't very high either when I was 23. You know, I was like in the 400s, and that could have been from other things because I was into other drugs at the time. But, you know, it can cause gynecomastia, especially if you're going through puberty and you were to smoke marijuana during that time heavily. It could cause an increased chance of gynecomastia. So that's definitely a possibility.
There you have it. Gyno from marijuana.
Yeah.
Heard it here first.
Definitely a possibility.
And then post-workout, lower cortisol.
Mhm.
And
I never like to do post-workout personally because it makes me feel like my blood pressure drops too much,
okay.
and I just don't feel good. So I always did it pre, and then maybe a couple hours after I would.
Okay.
But some guys like it post-workout. But
Arnold like the post-workout.
Oh yeah.
yeah. So I mean, if it was legalized here, I would definitely be using it more often. I don't.
Well, they're just pushing the medical.
Should be next
in
year.
Pennsylvania.
And when it's medically available, I'll be trying to get a car.
There you have it. Marijuana and bodybuilding. So they're pretty pro marijuana. Again, I really don't disagree with anything they said. I think they said a lot of truthful stuff about it. Be sure to weigh in the comments down below. And try not to fight too much on this one. Alright guys, I'll see you in my next one.